Hey there, personal finance warriors. Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck, or maybe you're just tired of pretending you understand what a 401k is? Well, have no fear because today we're diving into the world of budgeting tools. I'm talking about an app called Good Budget, and I promise no spreadsheets will be harmed in the making of this video. Maybe. Now, before you hit the pause button and run away screaming, I don't need a budget, I'm rich in spirit, just hear me out. I love how easy it is to set up a budget in the Good Budget app. And if you're someone who finds finance intimidating, this app can help you keep it very simple. If you're serious about your financial health, you need to understand the difference between needs and wants. Needs are, well, things like rent and food. Wants, they're the things that give you a quick dopamine hit of enjoyment, like that impulsive shopping spree that you just had to take. Budgeting consistently helps you create a balance between your needs and your wants. This balance allows you to save for the big things in life, like the vacation that you've been dreaming of, or finally buying that home that you've been virtually touring on Zillow for the past 2 years. For most people, the thought of crunching numbers is not your idea of a good time, but remember, small, consistent actions lead to big results. You want to check in with your budget at least once a week. It's like going to therapy, but for your money. You'll feel lighter, less anxious, and more in control. There's no one size fits all when it comes to budgeting. There are many different strategies such as spreadsheets, apps, and even the old-fashioned cash stuffing or envelope method. Good Budget is an envelope-style budgeting app, and it works by creating virtual envelopes for different spending categories so you can easily plan out all of your expenses. With the old-fashioned cash stuffing method, you need to physically allocate cash into envelopes for specific budget categories. This strategy is about planning your finances rather than tracking previous purchases. This can be for groceries, entertainment, or even emergencies, giving each category an envelope filled with a designated purpose, and once it's gone, it's gone. With cash stuffing, you're living a credit-free lifestyle. No more swiping your card and thinking I'll deal with the consequences later. One of the best things about cash stuffing is how it shuts down impulsive spending habits, but keeping track of physical envelopes full of cash can be very tedious, and let's be real, some bills just don't work with cash stuffing. Things like auto loans, mortgages, and that monthly Netflix subscription, they need to be digital. Good Budget will digitize the cash stuffing method, and you can access Good Budget on your web browser or download the app for free on iOS and Android from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Now, to sign up, you need your email address to create a password, and your account syncs across both the app and the website, making it very simple to manage your budget at home or from your mobile device. When you set up your budget in the app, you'll start by entering income and balances from all other types of accounts like loans and credit cards, and then next you'll create both your monthly expenses and those for occasional bills that tend to sneak up on you. After you assign categories like rent, food, and gas to each envelope, you'll have a set amount of money that can be spent in each category. Once the cash is gone, that is it. It's no more spending in that category. And don't worry, if you're the kind of person who just can't resist an impulsive buy, there is some good news. You can borrow from one envelope to pay another, kind of like the digital version of robbing Peter to pay Paul, but without the whole illegal part. Keep in mind though, the goal of budgeting is to be more intentional with your spending habits. Ideally, you won't need to borrow money from one envelope to pay another under normal circumstances. So we've got envelopes, but wait, there's much more. If you move over to the transaction tab, you'll be able to manage your transactions by manually adding them. You can also use this section to track automatic transfers and set email reminders for any auto pays that you may have. And here's where it gets even better. The Accounts tab will display your total account checking, savings, and cash balances based on the information that you entered. Now you can update this at any time by hitting the Account Settings button. In the beginning, you can only have one account, but upgrading to the paid version lets you add more. So if you're using the free version, we did find a simple trick that you can use. So rather than adding each account with separate balances, you can take the total of all your account values and add the sum to your single free account. Plus, you can manually add transactions directly to the Account tab. Good Budget also lets you track your spending, share your budget with others, and it even gives you a report tab that shows you where your money is going. In the Reports tab, you can use a very simple bar graph to break down your expenses and your income. Plus, you can adjust the date range for a broader, more detailed look at your spending. So you can use the Good Budget app at no cost, and it does feel nice to be frugal, right? But here's the catch. Free does not mean limitless. Nope, you only get 10 regular envelopes and you get 10 more envelopes to organize all of your expenses. You better start thinking long and hard about if you really want a category for your dog's birthday party supplies, or if you can just throw it under miscellaneous, which isn't really a category, it's a black hole. The free version of Good Budget only allows you to have one financial account. You can only access Good Budget on 2 devices as well. So if you're trying to manage this on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, and your smart fridge, because apparently everything is smart now, you'll have to narrow that down. Free accounts will also have 1 year's worth of transaction history, and while a year is a good amount of time, it can be limiting when you're tracking your budget over a long period of time. You're also limited to community support. So that means if you run into an issue and you need help, you're reaching out to the Good Budget community for answers to your questions. But hey, a year of transaction history and free support community, not a bad deal for free. Now, let's talk about the paid version, also known as Good Budget Premium. For $10 a month or $80 a year, you can unlock all the premium perks and you get an unlimited number of envelopes as well as an unlimited number of accounts. But wait, there's more. With the paid version, you can sync the app across 5 different devices and manage your finances on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, and maybe even that fridge. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a toaster app next. With this budgeting app though, life becomes an organized symphony of expense tracking. You'll also receive 7 years of transaction history and email support, but I think the most significant feature of all is the automatic bank sync. With Good Budget's automatic bank syncing feature, you'll be able to connect your actual bank account to your Good Budget account. Once you link them up, your transactions are automatically imported, making it way easier for you to track your spending without manually entering every single transaction. But keep in mind, you'll still need to categorize each envelope. If you're new to budgeting, this app might just make you feel like budgeting isn't that difficult. The app itself is very easy to navigate compared to other budgeting apps. And even if you're new to budgeting and you're not very tech savvy, setting up and managing your budget is straightforward and the interface is clean and it's very intuitive. Good Budget also offers a robust free version allowing you to manage your budget without paying anything at all. Now, this can be great for people who are just starting to budget and who don't want to commit to a paid plan right away. This can also be a great option for couples who are budgeting together because it allows you to manage your budget on more than one device. While Good Budget has a lot of great features, there are a few drawbacks that might not work for everyone. If you're looking for more advanced budgeting features like automatic transaction categories, credit score tracking, or integration with multiple financial institutions, Good Budget might feel a bit too basic. It's a simple tool which can be a pro for some, but for others it may feel limiting. The premium version costs $10 a month or $80 a year, which might feel like a lot for someone just getting started with budgeting, and if you don't need those extra features, it may seem unnecessary. While you can make the free version work for basic budgeting, unlocking unlimited envelopes and syncing that across more devices does require that paid version. Not to mention, after you import your bank account, you still need to categorize each envelope for budgeting, which might seem like a lot for someone who wants more of a hands-off experience. So is Good Budget the right app for you? Well, if you're someone who loves the old school envelope system and you want a simple, straightforward tool for planning your finances, this can be a solid choice. It's easy to use, it's flexible, and it gives you a lot of control over how you budget. But the free version of Good Budget is fairly basic when it comes to features, so you might find yourself needing to upgrade if you want more functionality, especially if you're budgeting with someone else or you prefer more detailed spending categories. There are other free budgeting apps that might offer more features out the gate. Good Budget also requires its share of heavy lifting, and you're being forced to categorize your own transactions, and that's very hands-on. If that's not for you, you might want to consider using a different app. But hey, no app is perfect, right? The key is to finding what works best for you. And whether you're an envelope enthusiast or you're more of a tech wizard, Good Budget's got a little something for both worlds. But remember, a budget app only works if you can stick with it. If you're searching for a free app that provides a more detailed view of your finances, check out the NerdWallet app. It can help you manage your money by tracking your spending, subscriptions, credit score, net worth, and much more. This budgeting tool is also a cost-effective way to kickstart your financial journey. All right, that's all for today. If you've been using Good Budget, drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss another budgeting adventure. See you next time.